Oh, what's up, people? Welcome to Freaking blah. I can't even talk right now. What's up, people? Welcome to Freaking Ape Live. My name is Janesh. We are watching today part 4 of Ozzy Man reviews, Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. And let's see where the case is now, because I don't really know. It's somebody has already won, or is somebody winning? Is somebody ahead of the other person? I don't really know. So let's find out. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, hit subscribe and want to watch a full-length reaction video of the movies and TV shows reactions that I do. You can watch them on Patreon. Now, let's jump right into it. We're gonna start this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, day 14. We open on Johnny's lawyers cross-examining the defence's version of Dr. Curry. She's like, yeah, I left some sections blank on Amber's PTSD assessment form, but don't worry about it. No big deal. I kind of think Johnny's lawyers make her testimony seem well-rounded now. They didn't go insanely aggressive. Just let her talk and think about her credibility in your own time. Okay, second half of the day, Amber's up.
Amber's okay. Amber's up.
I do.
Actually, before I get stuck into it, I realise in parts 1 to 3 I forgot to introduce the character of Judy. She's my brother-in-law's favourite character. She sits at a desk near Penny, and I believe she is day trading crypto.
No, she's
Make
typing.
no mistake, Judy is the wealthiest dickhead in the room. She got into Bitcoin in like 2011.
All right.
Speculation.
Let's go, Judy.
Her and Penny are always having a laugh together.
Sorry, Judy. That kind of day.
Classic courtroom humour. Amber is like, I've been in loads of movies. Zombieland, that's a cool movie. Sincerely, it is.
Zombieland
I
was
was
a
in
cool
Pineapple
movie.
Express with Franco, James Franco. If
Was
any
she
of
in
you know
Pineapple
who James
Express?
is, you know, yeah. No, don't worry about him right now. Actually, did you
You know
know
what, she
he
has a
cut
very
his own
forgettable
arm off in the
face, so I don't
movie
remember her in
127
Pineapple
hours.
Express.
I don't know. I like mutilated men. I like mutilated men. Okay, whoa, but
I only know
seriously,
her
I'll stop
from
being
Aquaman,
a
that's
distasteful
all.
fucking wanker. She talks about meeting Johnny, falling in love with him. I reckon that checks out. Yeah.
Johnny called me himself on my cell phone. You got it good. He's even better than I could have imagined him to be, which is saying something.
She
Okay.
then says he drinks lots of tea. There's a real emphasis on tea for some reason. Oh, this is Johnny's second day in a row of
Hey,
having
what is-
infinite boogies. He showed lots of affection. He bought me lots of cool
I
stuff.
don't really
He
know.
bought my
Aren't
dad
they
a
sniffing
horse.
something?
And then one night in late 2012,
Or they
I
do
asked
have a
about
runny nose.
Winona Ryder. And game over. Alrighty, serious voice again. From this point on till the end of the day,
Of course,
it is
cry.
intense. I'll
Cry.
cover it in my review section in the second half of this video. Okay, yeah, nah, day 15 or one
Oh,
of the days
shit.
before. I don't know, the usual spectacle. He's given a briefcase. What the
Why-
fuck is in the
why
briefcase?
the briefcase?
Someone's internet research on Amber, probably. Day 15 is
Dude,
actually
God, gave
ruthless.
him a whole
Johnny's lawyer,
briefcase of
Camille,
what?
at the back, has a zero tolerance hearsay and speculation policy.
He would not remember what he had done.
Calls for speculation.
How can that call for speculation?
I'll sustain the objection. And if
Calls for speculation.
What?
She can say why she did it and what she thought.
but that last part called for speculation, I'll sustain the
Don't
objection.
say I knew.
Objection non-responsive.
Who is this talking?
I don't
Who
think
is
it's
stopping her to
non-responsive.
talk,
She's
though?
explaining.
Her own lawyer?
Under their breath, ask me, "Are you okay?"
Objection hearsay.
Hey, if that was my lawyer, or somebody else's lawyer, and trying to object what I'm saying, I know they are trying to protect the client so that the client won't say the things that might get her in trouble. But still, yo, that's a lot of time to object.
I spent the rest of the time looking out of the window. Sustain the objection. Explaining or
Objection non-responsive.
She's telling the story.
Yeah, exactly.
She's telling the story. Wow, not the best wording from her lawyer.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
I'll sustain the objection.
And there goes a little more cocaine.
the room because
Objection calls for hearsay and speculation.
I'll sustain the objection.
So
Objection hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
Is that Johnny's lawyer doing it? Because that's very annoying. Whoever.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Goddamn.
All right. I'll
Thank
sustain
God I was
the
not a
objection.
lawyer.
Okay. All right. Say, what am I going to do? Can you
Objection, Your
believe
Honor,
this?
hearsay.
Jesus
All
Christ!
right, I'll sustain.
No, I don't know. That wasn't offered to prove the truth of the matter.
I'll
Asserted
sustain.
in any event.
I'll
All right.
sustain the objection.
Okay, so
Mum's friend, you gotta stop arguing with Penny. You're not the judge, mate.
My friend saying, "Oh my God, oh my
Objection,
God."
Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustain. Okay. sustain the
It's not
objection.
offered to prove the truth of the matter, but
Sustain.
because she didn't have an accident. But,
Your Honor.
All right.
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it is a shit show again from Amber's lawyers, I reckon.
Oh, it was
You know
Amber's
what?
lawyer,
By this
okay.
stage, I feel like my video
My own lawyer
requires
is
the
just
review section more than my comical recap section. So let's get to the
They're trying to hide
proper
something. That's
analysis
why that
right
many
now,
objection,
you
right?
legends.
Review time.
I'm a bit drained. I'm tired, guys. Like, that's one feeling I know I can instantly tap into and articulate after watching hours of Amber tell her side of the story. I don't know. In a roundabout way, like I said in part one,
she
the
looks sad.
easiest viewpoint is to go, well, they're both fucked.
So,
they brought out the worst of each other. Super
she's
duper
not
toxic
right.
combination of personalities. Move it along. I am well aware
she's an actor.
of
She
how
can
that
cry
can
on
sound
like
like a
that.
cop-out, though.
But,
You want me
maybe
to
she's
roast
right,
Amber.
maybe
You
she's
don't-
not.
you want
Who
me
am I to
roast
judge?
Amber.
There's
I
the
get
judge
it,
over
I get
there.
it. Especially if Johnny Fairdincombe lost a finger from Amber throwing vodka bottles. That's not something you downplay and let someone off the hook for and be neutral about it. It's horrendous.
Johnny, a finger for a finger.
You can't
Kid-
say, oh, well,
cut
they
her
were both
finger.
bad, if that's the God-honest truth of what happened. I'm just saying you could spend 10 minutes
There's a saying
on
called
this
an eye
topic
for an eye,
and go,
a finger
"Oh,
for a
they
finger."
They both bloody got stuck into each other verbally, emotionally, physically. Or you could spend 100 hours on this topic, as I'm finding out, and still go, they both bloody got stuck into each other. Having conviction on choosing a side is greatly tempting day after day because it's quiet fun. There's a fun to be had in bandwagoning and saying 100% of what Amber tells us is lies and she's a terrible actress. It's fun. It's a fun and
It is fun.
enticing
And
fucking
entertaining.
bandwagon. It's a Rolls Royce of a bandwagon, especially if you're projecting your own traumatic previous relationships onto this relationship, which is all part of the game here too, isn't it? That's why it's so viewed by so much of the world. Anyway, that's getting a bit weird, parasocial relationships, things like that. But what I'm saying is, as fun as it can be to bandwagon, and you want to roast Amber, it is important not to glorify Johnny still, is all I'm saying. A couple of audio
Yeah.
recordings with him not disputing violence.
Oh, I did saw a video of Johnny very angry and throwing shit around.
Have been left pretty open-ended. I keep thinking about those every couple of days. No one really addressed them that thoroughly.
I fucked up and cried in my bedroom after I had dumped you a fucking week prior. A fucking week prior after you beat the shit out of me. And then a week later you show up at my doorstep in my room saying you want to say goodbye. Well, yes you do, because you wouldn't have used that as a way to hit me. I was pouring my heart out to you. What do you do?
I agree, it can definitely feel like there's simply only hearsay and speculation evidence against him, however. Look, he's a charming motherfucker, and it's so
Yeah.
engaging watching him for hours. It truly is. I'm happy to have some space coming up for the next week, though. I'm a bit happy about that. Proceed with caution is a good idea overall, is my viewpoint there. I get the Amber bad vibes. Don't get me wrong, I get them. My spidey senses tingle when listening to her, okay? It's been like that for years.
Also, are they divorced now or are they still married? If they're divorced, did she get Johnny's money too? And if she did, so she's getting the shitty lawyers from Johnny's money? Okay.
There's so much of this case that's not new. It's presented in a new format, is all. The 2016 depositions from each of them have been around and fascinating to watch for a long time. The audio recordings on the incredibly average YouTube channel have been out for years. For a long time, there's been an unsettling collective human instinct that you get when watching Amber be so intense, yet you somehow feel disconnected from her emotion. I'd
Because that's
say
a lie.
that's the feeling that triggers a lot of us to go, wow, she is putting on a show, you know? Like that's the feeling, I think.
Yeah.
Look, it's a good thing the end
Excuses
result
after
will not be up
excuses
to the
after
court of
excuses.
public opinion. Because, guys, in the last 24 hours, there's been some shady as fuck things going round. Amber was not quoting the talented Mr. Ripley. Simmer down. I've edited hours of this footage. There's no timestamp for that. She's not posing for a photo opportunity
See,
here. It's fun
hold
to
the
think
pose.
that that's
What
what's
is
happening,
that?
but Mum's friend lawyer is publishing evidence. The
Why you
computer
gotta do
monitors-
that? See, why? Why you gotta pose for a picture that you gotta show like, oh yeah, I was crying, I'm wiping my nose. Why? Why does you need that sort of publicity? You are already, fuck it.
flicker before turning on.
I don't wanna
Johnny's
say that.
face lights up to everyone.
Not
Simmer,
right now.
Simmer down a bit. There's not a camera set up like they're shooting fucking bullet time in the Matrix, all right? It's like what happens in the political arena. Misinformation is, unfortunately, creeping into this event. So fucking be safe with your browsing habits out there, everyone.
What is that?
Those
What was the
memes
po-
are
what
not
is-
fair.
why is she
Strike them from
posing?
the record. It is fair to say her testimony feels cliche and scripted, in our opinion. I find it interesting. She's making the time to point out minuscule, seemingly mundane details, like she remembers dirty carpet. There's an emphasis on that in that first instance where she was hit. She remembers her breath on a car window. She pays attention to a light when cavity searched in a trailer, and a few other things.
I saw a bird in the house. I thought that was surreal. I just remember the lights of the
Bird in the
ATV coming up.
house?
This to me feels like someone mimicking what they've heard other people do when they're traumatized, remembering insignificant details. So, yeah, she's presenting that, and there's something that got my spidey senses going with that. Like with her lawyers, there's a bunch of things that just feel so scripted. The
Yeah,
evidence
exactly.
is there, and they've worked backwards from that to get the story to fit, It can feel like that. When she talks about the first time she was hit,
If she wins, she got a great lawyer.
was over that Winona Ryder
Even
tattoo.
though, no, the lawyers are shit, because I've seen them say shitty things. But even if they win still, I mean, good for the lawyers, I guess. How would that happen though? It just her lawyer, who is the auntie lawyer or whatever, the aged woman, she is just total shit woman.
Yeah, I think so. That's felt a bit odd because people have asked Johnny about that tattoo for years, and it's never something he's seemed hostile about.
But even though we're not together anymore, it doesn't take away the honesty of the moment of when I got the tattoo, and it doesn't.
So, you don't look in the mirror and feel any regrets about having got it in the light of your current
absolutely
situation?
not. I don't regret the tattoo at all. In fact, it's a part of my past. It's part of my history, and I would definitely keep it. I could add things to it. I could subtract. I could make it wino forever.
But yeah, look, for me to go through every detail with you like this based on her testimony will go for just hours, and I've got a life too, you legends. I gotta get home right now. I've got a child and shit. What she says up against what multiple witnesses say is very interesting to reflect on. I'll put some links in the post description below to resources that are helpful. I am wondering if Johnny's lawyers will bring up all the stuff people on the internet have talked about for years. Her lawyers addressed one of them. Bloody Mum's Friend addressed one, the James Corden show, which, she was a guest on the day after horrific abuse supposedly took place. Photos in Tokyo of the backless dress after her back supposedly sustained injuries. The Met Gala after physical abuse, with Rolling Stones crew after physical abuse. What she says, being able to...
I shouldn't say this, but I couldn't see any sort of abuse on her body at all. Did she cover it with makeup, or did she cover it with bullshit?
Hold up against all of these tangible pieces of evidence is going to be the key for the jury. That's going to be the key for them to think about. Anyway, I'm happy to have a week off from this. I am a bit. I might just keep it to a part 5 and 6 later in the month when it gets back into action in the court. I don't know, I'm thinking about it because you do start to feel a little mentally nuts yourself going into this shit show too much. So look, cheers everyone, and Destination Fucked commentary coming up next. That's
I like Destination Fucked.
Alright, good night. I'm fucking off home. Good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, wait, nah, bloody shameless plug for legal t-shirts now that
Good.
we're all lawyers. Objection, bloody objection.
Alrighty. So that was the Ozzy Man Reviews Part 4 for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Still, I thought they might have reached the end of the case. Maybe they did, but no. Okay. I did saw one of the video in which Johnny Depp was super fucking angry and he was throwing shit around near the Amber or talking shit to her. Yet I still believe, I don't think he harmed her in that or, tried to physically harm, like throw shit at her or slap her, stuff like that. He was just throwing stuff on the floor, which could be harmful in terms of mental illness, but I don't see no physical harm on her body when she said, oh, I was doing this, happened before this day, this happened before this day. And even though there was even a company that she said that she used that company's cream to get rid of the scars, and then that company tweets, they're like, we didn't even used to make this stuff at that time, so she was not using our cream. Alright Amber, you're good at making shit up. Maybe you should get your facts checked and see when the cream was invented. So that was this episode or this reaction, and like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Leave down your comments of what do you feel about this stuff. Yeah, that's been it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.